Welcome to Defeat Your Cravings, hosted by Dr. Glenn Livingston, PhD. Glenn has held his doctorate in psychology for more than 30 years and is also a former multi-million-dollar consultant to the big food industry and uses his experience to help you defeat your cravings. This show will help you to focus on dramatically reducing cravings and leave the diet mentality behind, so you can more easily and effortlessly achieve your health, fitness, and body composition goals. Please remember, no doctor-patient relationship is created via this show, and you are responsible for confirming any changes to your diet, health, or psychological routines with an appropriately licensed professional before implementing them. Now, before we get started, if you haven't yet downloaded the free smartphone app to access dozens of these recordings all in one place, as well as to avail yourself of a confidential community for support, motivation, and assistance, please visit the podcast link on defeatyourcravings.com as soon as possible. And now, here's your host, Dr. Glenn Livingston.
This is the very good Dr. Glenn Livingston. I'm here with a nice lady named Maureen, who has agreed to let us record the interview so you can all benefit from her strengths and strides forward and successes, as well as her trials and tribulations and stumbles. Maureen, how are you today?
I'm very good, Glenn. Thank you.
Could we start with a little history about what food was like with you?
Well, I have been stuck in a restrict and binge cycle. I think it started with the binge, actually, which is a little odd, since about age 6, as far back as I can trace it. I know a lot of people started binging because of diet and or restriction, but I think that I started using food literally as a drug and to escape at about age 6. A friend of mine that I had met and had since left Overeaters Anonymous had said, "Oh, have you ever read this book?" And this was last August or September. And I said, "Oh, no, I haven't. Let me check." I bought it in 2016. Funny that, on Groundhog Day.
That's funny.
So, excuse the pun, I'm sure it's overused, but I completely binge read that book about 6 months ago. It really resonated with me this time. So apparently this was my time. And since then, it's been a lot of honing and not a lot of results-based success, but a lot of mental freedom.
When you say results-based success, you're talking about weight loss?
Yes, weight loss primarily, yes.
Okay. So it's helped you with the binging and the mental freedom, but not with the weight loss yet?
Not yet, yes. I like that word. Thank you.
Okay. What was it that made sense to you, and how did it help?
Interestingly, one of the things that I've realized is separating from the pig. I do a lot of refutations and I do a lot of immediate separation. And even when I do have a conscious pig party, it's a conscious pig party. There's no more thinking that I'm not in control. Honestly, I like the bluntness of it. Just like, listen, get your head out of your rear and stop doing this. Just stop. It's not necessary. So I really appreciated that.
If you come out of the 12-step environment, you must have been taken with the notion that there was some mysterious, irresistible force inside you.
I do like the 12 steps as a way to live. It just never helped me with food. It wasn't really related almost.
Gotcha. So you took your power back. How can I help you? So it sounds like you've got a set of rules that have alleviated the mental obsession. Are you still binging and restricting?
Nope. Well, let me rephrase. I have taken bites off of my food plan, but I do not do large binges anymore.
You've made mistakes. You recognize them. You analyze them, and you get back on track.
Yes. And I forgive myself with dignity and quickly. And sometimes life just gets a little stressful and I'm not far enough out of my 41-year drug of choice to not fall back a little bit here and there.
How can I help you?
The weight loss.
Yeah.
One of the things that you had put in the post asking for podcast volunteers was, people who set a New Year's resolution. My birthday is 2 days before January 1st. So I usually set birthday ones because it just means more to me. And I really wanted to continue on this journey and just see some tangible results. I feel like I'm working hard, but I still have a tendency to rebound, even within that 1 or 2 pounds.
Well, let's talk about your food plan and let's figure out how are you keeping the weight on? What are the rules that you're following?
My nevers are, I never eat flour or added sugar outside of a prepared meal or workout fuel. And I never eat dried fruit or nuts outside of a dish, high protein bar, or snack combo. I do have some conditionals, quite a few. I don't have a calorie limit on days where I run over 10 miles on race day or long course race week, like Ironman or 70.3. I can have sugar and flour between meals while I'm on vacation, and I don't log on vacation. The only dried fruit snacks I have are in Hawaii, because that got to be a big problem for a while. So it's essentially a never, since I'm not going to Hawaii every year like normally currently,
Oh,
but so it works.
okay.
And then the only candy is one bag of mini eggs yearly, and one bite is given to me with love. Makes things a little less weird around my 7-year-old.
Okay. Okay. Where are you keeping the weight on? Usually it's some type of low nutrient density food, something that's maybe processed or.
Yeah, the past probably week or so, I've let my food plan become a lot less clear in my mind. So that's been like the last week. Now, in your defense, not mine, because this is my issue, I set a goal for 30 days to not lose weight, to intentionally not lose weight, because I started out the first of the year again cycling within the 3 to 5 pounds. And then I would go off the food plan every 3 to 5 days. It was 3 to 5 pounds every 3 to 5 days. And it was Groundhog Day again. I set a goal for 30 days to not lose weight, which was the hardest thing I have ever done with food, believe it or not.
It's a good goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a weight loss program. It's an anti-binge program.
No, it's a complete and utter freedom from the hell you've lived in for decades, is what it is. So although I'm saying that my not losing weight is a failure, it's not at all. It's just a bit of a way station, I think, on a bigger journey that is going to take longer than if I were to restrict. It will take a shorter time in the long term because I think it can actually work.
If you wanted to flood your body with nutrition at a slight caloric deficit and lose weight slowly, because that's the fastest way to do it is slowly so you don't rebound. If you wanted to do that and get real clarity about the food plan so that would happen, what do we need to change?
I think that one of the things that would be important for me to change, and I've started practicing that today, is on days that I'm home, because I do shift work. Work days, I don't seem to have an issue, but on days that I'm home, I need to eat a meal and then stop and focus on other things and not always be obsessing about food and or listening to podcasts. Just do other things in life. I'm a brand new published author.
Congratulations.
I have exciting things. Thanks. I don't want food to take over my life like it always has, whether it's what is my next meal going to be because I'm trying to plan a healthy meal, or how am I going to get this weight off, or any of it. I just don't want to think about it every day, all day.
So when you're home, you want to eat defined meals and focus on things besides food between meals.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how we make that a rule. Having a defined meal is easy. So when I'm home, I also never focus on any food related activities. So maybe that's the time when you don't listen to podcasts, because you can always listen in the car if you're out, right?
Oh yeah, I listen to quite a few of them all the time. I'll get snippets here and there, even driving to work or whatever, or when I'm out running or walking. But one of the things that I think it kind of just came to me that I like is the end of the meal ritual.
Tell me.
Like today, I just thought of this at lunch today. I said, okay, get your cup of coffee. You have a call with Glenn, go get your cup of coffee. I just picture sitting out at a restaurant and having that cup of coffee at the end and relaxing, and that's the end.
So do you need a particular time limit when you get the cup of coffee, or you have the cup of coffee to denote the end of the meal?
I think that's to denote the end of the meal. I drink black coffee. And so
Okay.
it's a bitter taste, almost a palate cleanser. Like, this is the end. Now we're clean. We're good.
I will always end my meals with black coffee.
Which that sounds lovely, if I must say so.
Well, you came up with it, not me. I will always end my meals with black coffee, and I will never focus on food-related activities between meals.
Wonderful.
If you take a breath, you did those two things, do you think the weight would start to come off slowly?
Oh, my pig just got loud and scared. So yes, I do.
Let's say you did that for 3 months. How much weight do you think you would lose?
I would hope 10 to 15 pounds. I don't know. I would love to lose 10 to 15 pounds. I think that would be the most amazing freedom, doing it that way with just simple behaviors.
Are you eating an awful lot between meals? Going
At
on
home,
forever? Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm at home, I'm a grazer sort of by nature. I work shifts, so during the shift, you just eat when you can. which isn't a problem on work days, but when I'm at home, I need to live more and eat less, if that makes sense.
So you might lose 10 pounds in 90 days.
Yep. I think that
Important.
sounds reasonable.
Why is that important?
If I could be in the next decade down of weight, the 10 pound, I call it the decade, but the 10 pound less, that would just be the most ridiculous mental freedom. Like I already have the mental freedom from the binge behavior, but just to know that I would be in that group of 10 finally would be amazing.
You just feel happier and more content inside yourself and your
Yes,
body.
just much more like the real me that I know is there.
Mhm. And if you keep letting the meals wander on, if you don't end your meals with black coffee and you keep focusing on food between meals while you're at home, what would happen in 5 years?
Oh, you've asked this question on so many podcasts and it still took me by surprise because in 5 years, I would easily be 25 pounds heavier, even with fighting. I'd have to fight. And when I fight, I get heavier.
Okay. So there's really a 35-pound difference,
Yes.
right, between doing the rule and not doing the rule.
Yes.
Why does your pig say that you can't, shouldn't, or won't follow these new rules? That you have to let the meals wander on, can't end them with black coffee. You have to focus on food stuff between meals. Why does the pig say that?
More than it won't help. My pig is very mean. I mean, everyone's is. I'm not unique. It's much like making bad decisions with alcohol. I'm not unique. My pig just says I can't do it. There's no way I'll be able to do it. How many things have I tried before and I won't be able to do it?
So you are a proven failure.
Yep. My pig's a proven failure. My pig would like me to think I'm a proven failure.
That's what your pig is saying. Your pig is very mean.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And therefore you should just give up and keep doing what you've been doing.
Yep. You're not doing that bad. It's fine, but it's not fine.
35 pounds of not fine, right?
Right.
So you're not doing that bad. What else is the pig saying?
You might be able to do it for a little while, but you know you can't hold on to something forever. I mean, look how many times you've rebounded. The last 5 or 6 years, you rebounded within the same week. You can't even hold a diet and lose more than like 5 pounds. So how do you expect this to work?
What else?
Well, right now I'm battling some athletic endeavors. So I'm not battling them. I'm battling my pig about them. He's gotten very loud about those. Like, you've eaten so poorly for so long, you can't even meet your athletic goals. So what makes you think that'll change?
Anything else?
I think that's bad enough.
Let's go through them one by one, okay? Pig says, your history proves that you can't do it. You're a proven failure with this. So you should just give up and let the meals wander on forever and don't drink black coffee at the end. What's the problem with that? Where's the lie in that?
I don't want to give up. I don't quit. I don't quit until I succeed. It's not who I am.
Stay in the game until you win the game.
Yep. Always do.
Fall down 7 times, get up 8, because you're a winner.
Yep.
Pig says, it's not really that bad. You're not that heavy. It's really fine. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Where's the lie in that?
If I compare myself to the state of humanity and or my patients at work, no, I'm not quote unquote that bad, but I don't live by anyone's standards but my own and those that are proven by health and research. It is that bad. I'm firmly in the overweight category. I feel the extra weight on my soul and on my body, and I don't want it.
Perfect. And besides, average is awful in our world. You can't strive to be average.
No.
You might be able to do it for a little while, but you can't sustain it forever. Look at all the rebounds you've had in the last 5 years. You can't even hold a diet for more than a week lately. Why do you think you could even have a chance at doing this? You should just give up and keep eating between meals and just focusing on food.
Well, I never thought I could not binge for 6 weeks, give or take. So who knows what's possible? I wanted to write a book for 25 years and that happened. Just because it didn't happen to this point doesn't mean it can't happen.
And if you could not binge for 6 weeks, you could not binge for 6 years.
Yeah.
For 60 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to be that. I'd be 107. That sounds great.
Yeah, we can meet for tennis.
It sounds fantastic.
Pig says you can't even meet your athletic goals because you've eaten so badly. Why do you think you could do this?
That one's getting to me. The pig's very persistent with failing. Like, you're going to fail because you've abused yourself and you haven't lost enough weight and you're not going to lose enough weight before this event in 8 weeks, which may or may not even happen, by the way.
If you're down 5-6 pounds, would that be better?
Yeah, it would be amazing. My pig is such a jerk.
Your pig is a jerk. And the only way to get there is to stop doing this, right?
Can't get to 10 pounds without passing through 5. Just go.
Yes. Yes. How confident are you that you're never going to focus on food-related activities between meals at home, and you're always going to end your meals with black coffee?
I am 100%. Those two, to me, they spell happiness. I walk out of the kitchen, I do other things, I work on my book, I work on my website, I have a cup of coffee. Those sound great.
Sounds easy too. Sounds like easy and fun.
Yeah, it actually sounds like more fun than sitting in the kitchen saying, well, what can I eat next? Or maybe I need something else. No, you don't. Just walk out and live. You're fine.
Because that's a boring and empty experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obsessing
old.
about food all day. Just a boring, empty experience. Sometimes wonder what I was ever thinking.
This week I was talking to a really good friend, and even when I have had conscious pig parties, they're conscious. And I think, how did I ever believe this loser in my head?
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions or concerns?
I don't think so. More than anything, I want to say thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're very welcome.
This has been big. This has been big for me.
I mean, you're just going to get better now. You're just going to keep getting better.
That sounds awesome.
Is there anything else that you wanted to be sure to share?
Nope. I can't think of anything else.
Okay. Well, go make sure you have plenty of coffee in the house
That's a given.
and some non-food things to focus on. And I will look forward to seeing you in the groups or talking to you again.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
And that brings us to the end of today's broadcast of Defeat Your Cravings, hosted by Dr. Glenn Livingston. Now, if you'd like to find out more about the products and services Dr. Glenn offers to help you dramatically reduce your cravings and stop overeating in 90 days or less, please visit defeatyourcravingscoaching.com. That's defeatyourcravingscoaching.com. Thanks.